particularly yesterday and also this morning. Quite calm at the moment there in that area of the West Bank. Today, we're expecting more violence, as today marks 70 years since the creation of Israel, known as Nakba, or catastrophe to Palestinians. Anger did flare up on Monday yesterday at protests over the relocation of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem as well.
What a glorious day. Remember this moment. This is history.
We extend a hand in friendship to Israel, the Palestinians, and to all of their neighbors. May there be peace.
We pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
The Israeli soldiers, who you might be able to see behind me, have made their way into northern Ramallah from where they've been firing rounds of tear gas. This tear gas causes us to run from this position where we're standing and then return and then run again. There's this heavy stench of tear gas in the air that makes breathing and seeing almost impossible. Today is Nakba Day, and across the West Bank, Palestinians are commemorating what they call the Day of Catastrophe. It coincides with Israelis' celebration of what they say is the Day of Independence. It harkens back to 1948, when the State of Israel was declared. Yesterday, we did see the biggest number of casualties that we've witnessed here since the last Gaza war back in 2014. 59 Palestinians were killed in protests along the Israel-Gaza border. More than 2,000 were injured, and those figures are from the Palestinian Health Ministry. The Israeli army has insisted that it is acting in self-defense, and they say that they're behaving the same way any sovereign state would in protecting its borders. Certainly, the situation here on the ground tense. We will be following events throughout the course of the day, and unfortunately we do expect the casualty count to climb.
Well, protests against the American embassy being relocated to Jerusalem have been held in the U.S. itself. Crowds marched in Washington and Los Angeles decrying Donald Trump's decision. Rallies have also been held in several other countries. Protesters burned U.S. and Israeli flags in support of the Palestinians. They also expressed anger at the violence on the Gaza border. Well, several international human rights organizations have accused Israel of using excessive force against protesters. They called what happened situation much worse, while South Africa, Turkey strongly condemned the move and have recalled their ambassadors to Israel. Ankara also withdrew its envoy to the US.
We think that the moving of the US Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem is an unfortunate decision. We are rejecting once again this decision, which violates international law and which is against UN resolutions. With its latest step, the US has chosen to be a part of the problem, not a solution, and has lost its mediator role in the Middle East peace process.
We don't agree with the decision of the US to move their embassy. We continue to think that that's playing the wrong card at the wrong time.
Japan is concerned that the move could make the peace process in the Middle East even more difficult or escalate tension across the Middle East.
I believe that the current US president does not have the ability to differentiate and judge about the long-term consequences of his actions.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of reaction on this. We asked a number of our guests for their views on America's stance on Jerusalem.
Only here in Israel, some people around us want us to expose tolerance to those who declare that they want to kill us, who declare that they want to get into Israel by booby traps, by Kalashnikov, by rifles.
Well, poor them. They're just, you know, the regional military superpower, the one that is exacting violence and murder on a population that has been laid siege to for 11 years.
You are the one who initiate this. You initiate this. You thought you brought the world only. Your startup is terrorism. What Palestinians brought to the world is terrorism.
You have anything
terrorism.
Besides racism?
Look at the achievements of the Israelis. A lot of startups.
Anything.
If you define Greater Israel as the area between the River Jordan and the Mediterranean Sea, the area under effective Israeli control, Jews are now a small minority in that population. And the more of a minority they become, the more undemocratic and racist Israel becomes.
There are 0 Israeli injuries, 0 Israeli casualties, over 2,000 Palestinians injured, over 57 Palestinians killed, including a child and a paramedic and a double amputee.
Israel. What do you want
all of these protests, all of these protests in Gaza were happening on Gazan soil, inside the area occupied by Israel in 1967. Israel used disproportionate force in an illegal manner.
The killing scores of Palestinians and wounding thousands, literally thousands more. But you know, Hamas is not my favorite organization. Hamas is a politically bankrupt group which has completely failed to exploit Israel's gross contradictions and to use them against this increasingly racist state. But Hamas has failed consistently by attacking Jews, Quad Jews, and therefore forcing making sure that Israelis will band together all the more tightly against what they see as an external threat.
I have something to tell you. We want to establish a Palestinian state in the future.
The two-state solution is the international solution. It's not the Palestinian solution alone. I do believe still that there is a chance for this solution, but it will take courage and it will take resolve from the international community to step up.